Hello everybody, my name is Chris Litton and I am one of your Bold instructors. I'm super excited to be joining you for strength training today. This is going to be more towards the intermediate side of things. You do want to have a chair handy. We will be utilizing it throughout at different points. Also make sure that your space is clear of any clutter. Do have your water with you so that you can be hydrating during our breaks. And then of course, because it's strength training, I want you to have some kind of resistance. If you have nothing, body weight's fine. You can squeeze as if you have weights. Ideally though, if you have some dumbbells or some ankle weights or some other creative way of putting weight together, like maybe some sand and some taped up water bottles would be great for this. So without further ado, we're gonna start with a 5-minute warm up and then we're gonna get into our workout circuit. And then we're gonna finish up with a cool down today. You ready to get started? All right, cool, here we go. So for our warm up, we're gonna start first with just some high knee marches in place. And as you're doing these high knee marches, really concentrate on maintaining your posture throughout. Nice high knee lifts. If this is a bit much or you're not sure about your balance, that's why the chair is there. Just hold onto that chair with one side and just keep on going. Let that heart rate pick up. Let's get a little bit of sweat going so that we can feel great during our workout today. Now we're going to transition into some figure 4 marches. The benefit of this versus the first one is we're just loosening up the hips in a slightly different range of motion. Still getting that heart rate up. I'm starting to notice that my breath is getting a little more challenged here as we're going. Let's just do several more of these here. And then our next one is going to be some lateral leg swings. So for this one, if you're able, stand on one foot and just swing your other leg across. Otherwise, hold onto your chair for a little more stability. And let's just keep it going here. Let's get about 7 or 8 more here. Good. Few more. Keep it going. And let's get one more here. And now let's move the chair over to the other side just in case you found that you needed to use it. And I'll keep holding on as well with you. So we're gonna keep this going. I notice that I'm kind of doing this opposite motion with my arm. That helps you with balance, body control. It's also just easier in terms of coordination. So that's why I'm doing that. So keep that movement going. Let's get several more here. And let's call this our last one. Good, let's put our chair back over on the other side. Now we're gonna go into some forward, backward leg swings. As before, if able, let go of that chair and work on some balance at the same time. Otherwise, just hold onto that chair. That's why we have it handy. Let's keep it going. Keep that leg swing going. That arm is working in opposition to the leg the whole time. We're maintaining upright posture throughout. And very good, let's get a couple more here. And let's get to the other side. And we'll just pretend that didn't happen. That's our interval there. So we want to make sure that we hold on to that. That keeps us knowing where we're going today. All right, back to our leg swings. Keep that forward and backward motion. Nice and upright, keeping that control. And let's get just a few more here. And one more, good. Place that chair back over here. Now let's get into the upper body. We're gonna start with some arm circles forward, just small motion. And then let's gradually build into bigger circles. This is a great way to just get those shoulder joints lubricated, warmed up, ready to do some strength training in a little bit here. Let's go the other way, small circles backwards. And continue that. Let's get them a little bit bigger now. Good, keep it going. And big, big, big. Excellent, and now let's get into some hugs. Big hugs. This is a way to honor yourself and warm up at the same time. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm giving you a hug and you're giving me a hug right back. Excellent. A little bit more is a great way also to just stretch out those upper muscles, the chest muscles, the upper shoulders, the arms. Good, let's do a couple more. I know I said that, but I feel so good. Let's just keep it going. All right, very good. Now we're just gonna put the chair aside for a sec. We're just gonna do some shuffles, side step shuffles like so. You can start nice and easy like this, and you can stay here, or we can pick up that pace and put a little bit of an extra jump to our step, a little push to our step. I'm gonna go back to this for those of you who wanna follow me here, and those of you who wanna get that extra push, keep going. Good, a little bit more. And then let's finish with some crossover steps. Some of you may know this as grapevines. So we're just going with one foot behind, then it goes in front. And again, for those of you who want to go for it, you can add pace to that. Just like so. I'm going to go back to our nice and easy for those of you who are following along. And keep it going. Very good. And that is it for the warm-up. Okay, so before we get into our workout for today, let me point it out. Let me show you the different points we're going to be doing. So the first thing is you do want to have your weights with you. All of them except for one exercise I'll say I'm going to encourage you to have some level of weight with the exercise. So the first thing that we're going to be doing today is called a heel lift. So you're going to have your weights at your side, and you're going to lift up, and you're going to lower yourself back down, just like so. Now, if balance is a challenge, grab that chair, go to one dumbbell instead, still use 2 feet, and you'll be nice and safe right here, okay? So this is another option as well. And if you want to step it up a notch, those of you who can, given that you have this already as a prerequisite, we can go up, we can add a curl, lower on the curl, and then back down, okay? So for today, I'm just going to be doing the heel lift on that particular point. Now the next thing is called a one-arm row. That was a heel lift, this is a one-arm row. We're going to take our dumbbell, we're going to use our chair. We're going to have both feet underneath us, a nice straight back, supported position with the hand, and then what we're going to do is just pull that arm up. And as we pull the arm up, we want to try to bring those shoulder blades toward each other, okay? As if it's Valentine's Day and they really like each other. Lots of kissing. Okay, so just like so, right like that. So that'll be our next exercise. For those of you who want to take that up a notch, first make sure you've cleared the clutter. And then what you can do is instead put one foot back, still in that supported hinge position. You can still put your hand here or not, and then we're doing a one-arm row just like so. That's going to put a little more challenge on the hip muscles for those of you who want that. Now our last exercise, I'm sorry, we have 2 more. Our third exercise is going to be a squat. I'm going to go back to 2 for this one. And we can simply sit into the chair, stand back up, or if you want to take it up a notch, we can go down, and then as you come up, we can do a pivot press. Now, if you're going to do that, watch me again. This is going to stay close to the body. I'm pivoting the back foot, and then I'm pressing upward toward the ceiling. Now, if the shoulder doesn't feel good going super high, you can literally just do a little push like that, okay? So that's going to be our progression if you want that. And then we'll alternate sides. So it'd be down, alternate each time, just like that. For today, I'm just going to sit here with those that want to, and we're going to be doing our squats like this, okay? Now, the last one in our series, no weights, so we'll clear our floor, and what you're going to be doing is holding onto the back of your chair. You're going to bend your leg like I'm doing here. You're going to bring it back without arching your back. You're going to maintain control, and then you're literally just following through like that. So it's knee up, knee back, really focusing on using the back of your leg as if you're trying to hold something in the fold of the back of your knee the whole time. All right, so those are going to be our 4 exercises. And if you're ready, I am. So let's get started. Right, so we're going to start with our heel lifts. So we're standing up, Bringing those heels up into the air, lowering back down. Nice and tall, lowering back down. Very good. All the way up. Really focus on pushing through the ball of your foot, and more specifically, focus on pressing toward the big toe side. Now, if you have restriction in that big toe, that's going to do a couple things. One, it's going to limit how high you can go, and that's okay. Notice I'm going lower now. It's also going to cause you to go to the outside of your foot if you push up too high. I want you to just stay right in the sweet spot, okay? So if you have tension in that big toe, don't go as high. Next exercise, we're going into our bent over supported one arm row. So both feet underneath, hand out in front, nice straight back, one arm row, just like so. Strong pull every time. Really focus on bringing those shoulder blades toward each other. Nice straight back throughout. Inhale as you're coming down. Exhale as you're going up. Inhale. Exhale. Good job. Keep that going. Just get that nice squeeze every time. Nice. We're going to do about 3 more reps. 1, 2. Last one right here. Squeeze. 3. And release. Now we're going to go over to that other side. And we're going to get, we're going to get right to it. Here we go. 1. Nice solid squeeze every time. 2. 3. 4. Strong breath out. 5. Excellent. Keep that going. 6. 7. Breathing it out. 8. 9. 10. Let's get 12. Okay, here we go. 11.
5 seconds.
Last one. And 12. Nice job. All right, let's go ahead and get some water. It's always good to stay hydrated. All right, and then our next one will be our squats to the chair. So I'm just going to use the corner right here. I'm going to place the dumbbells out in front. Another option would be to hold them up here. So you could do it this way or this way. I'm choosing this way. Why one versus the other? One of it is simply preference, really. We can make an argument for a little more challenge on the upper back muscles to hold it up here, as well as the arms. So we can make that argument. Whichever way you want to go, just experiment, see what works best for you. Nice squeeze. Every time you're sitting down, really be intentional about having the weight on the heels of your foot.
5 seconds.
That's important. That's going to reduce stress on the knees. And we'll get one more here. Nice job. Okay, then we're going to go into our kickbacks. So turn the chair around. We're going to pull the knee up like so. We're in a slightly hinged forward position. We're going to push that leg back, really focusing on using the back of the leg, squeezing as if you're holding something behind the fold of your knee, the crease of your knee there. Good. Breathe out every time you push back. Notice that I'm flexing my toes downward. My foot is flexed downward towards my same side knee there. That's on purpose. That's going to increase the amount of tension in the back of your leg. So you're going to get a lot more benefit out of this exercise that way versus this way. So keep that foot flexed. Let's get one more here. Like so, good. And now we're going to do the other side. Turn the chair. All right, here we go. And begin. Flex that leg. Really feel the back of your leg working every time. The other thing to take into consideration is that front knee. You'll notice that my front knee is not locked out, it's bent. That's important. That's going to reduce stress on the knee joint on your supporting side, which in this case right now for me is my right leg. It may be left for you. It's right for me. Squeeze and hold. Good. Make sure we're not arching that back. Maintain control.
5 seconds.
Let's get one more here. Hold and release. Good. All right, that is one round. We're actually going to go through this 2 more times. So grab your weights, and we're going to go into our bent over one arm row.
5 seconds.
So choose your position. Last time I did both feet under, I showed that one. I'm going to show this one this time. So if it's too much, go back to this. For those of you who want to follow along, get that leg back there. Still a nice straight back. And continue the one arm row. The one arm row is going to remain the same. Just like so. Now, if wrists are bothering you, you can play with using a fist. Just like so. That'll reduce a lot of the stress on the wrist joint. You may not have available range of motion. So that can be helpful to just reduce that stress. Let's get a few more here.
5 seconds.
And let's get one more right here. Get a good squeeze. And good. Now we're going to come over to that other side. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Get that leg back there. Decide how you want to set up your hand, whether wrist or otherwise. I'm going to go this way. And let's do that one arm row. Nice solid squeeze every time. Good. You like that analogy of imagining your shoulder blades at Valentine's Day? I think that always helps to have those visuals. So picture those shoulder blades getting a smooch right at the top. Side to side. Really get that contraction every time. Good. Hold and release. Good. We're going to get a few more here. 1. Make sure you're getting that breathing. Breath out every time you pull up.
5 seconds.
Inhale down. Exhale, pulling up. And release. Nice job. All right, guess what's next? Can you guess? That's right, it's our heel lifts. So, going to grab your weights. And we're going to press up. Notice how I went to the outsides of my feet. That's what you don't want to do. We want to push towards the big toe. See that difference? Big toe and then down. Just like so. And then from the side, we want to make sure that the middle, our trunk, some people say core, is nice and stable. We don't want to be here. We don't want to be here. We want everything nice and lined up, nice and stacked would be a term. And then press through those big toes, just like that. And again, if they don't move that much, don't go as high. You can go nice and small, just like that. Just focus on using those big toes. Couple more here. Last one. And release. Very good. All right. Now we're going to go into our bent over kicks. Kick backs. So we use the back of the chair once again. Now, those of you who want another level of challenge with this, believe it or not, we could do single leg balance. Hold on to something behind that knee, get that kick, and don't use the chair. Just focus on getting a good solid squeeze. Still, everything else remaining the same. The toes are flexed toward the knee. On the non-support side, my knee is still bent confidently on the supporting side. And I'm still keeping a nice straight back. I'm not over pushing. I'm maintaining. See how I lost my balance? That's why I'm telling you, you want to maintain that control so that you are intact
5 seconds.
and rocking the whole time. Hold. Good. Now, of course, you can use that chair the whole time. Okay? You don't have to follow along exactly with what I'm doing. You know the options. I feel confident that you have the ability to bring it down a notch and to scale it up. Okay? All right, let's get that other side. I'm still going to go with the no hold option. So that chair's there if I need it. And I'm going to really focus on getting that heel toward the ceiling. Strong squeeze. Every single time. Really feel the back of the leg. And this is an example of one of those exercises where it's amazing how much effort you can produce. And you're the body weight. I mean, you're the weight. Your body is the weight. That's what I'm really trying to say. So
5 seconds.
it doesn't always have to be weight training. Doesn't always have to literally mean using weight. It's about the resistance that you challenge yourself with. And sometimes you can find that appropriate challenge within your own body, which is cool. That's one of the things I wanted to bring forward today is how you can do strength training
Seconds.
with your own self. All right, now we're going back to our rows. This is our last round here. Okay? So you can choose this direction or you can go back to this direction. Whichever one you want to do. Okay? If you want to go crazy, we could even go like so. Balance, leg off the ground, nice straight back, maintaining control. Sky's the limit. Give yourself a challenge. Find what works. I'll go back to this one for now.
5 seconds.
Keep that squeeze going. And release. Very good. Now let's get that other side. And choose your challenge. Okay? Choose your challenge. Here we go. You can even go in between.
5 seconds.
I could put my fist here, foot up in the air, so I'm still technically supported, but boy, is that going to be more of a challenge than having my foot on the ground. Okay? Totally different experience. And I'll tell you what, when I'm looking at you and doing this, man, that's like a whole other challenge. To turn your head and mess with your center of gravity and your balance, man, that's really hard. Let's just say that. Good. Keep that squeeze going every time you come up. Hold. And let's get one more here. And go ahead and release. Woo! Nice. Hopefully you are feeling good by this point. Let's get some water. Keep that hydration up. And guess what?
5 seconds.
It's time for squats. That's what time it is. Here we go. Sitting down, drive it up. And for those of you who recall, close to the body, pivot press. Back down, close to the body, pivot press. Alternating sides each time if you want to take that level. Or you can just follow me right here. Sitting right to the chair. Good job. Keep that going. Strong breathing throughout. Inhale. Strong exhale right there. Inhale. Inhale.
5 seconds.
One more. Bam. Good job. Nicely done. All right, we have our last exercise in our circuit. Believe it or not, we've already finished nearly 3 rounds. This is it right here. Okay, so we can go to our hands here, bring that knee up, drive that leg back, keeping the support side bent, holding on to something imaginary behind that knee, getting a solid squeeze every time, maintaining control in the trunk, so everything is working the way it's designed to work. We're doing pain-free exercise. We want muscle fatigue, but we don't want joint pain. We want to line everything up the way that our body can function at its best. Keep that going, hold. Good, let's get one more
5
here.
seconds.
And let's release, and we're gonna go to the other side. And here we go, last one. And begin. Get that hold every time, squeeze. Nice. I'm doing even another level of progression right now, believe it or not. So I have one hand, my opposite hand to the support side, holding the chair. And that is just another way to challenge yourself, rather than 2 hands on the chair. You'll also notice a difference if I do same side on the chair. Your body will want to twist, and you're trying to prevent that. So there's so many different ways you can find the ability to challenge yourself in a safe manner with your own body. It's pretty amazing, actually. All right. guess what? We finished the workout, and we're gonna go into a little bit of a cool down now. So, I'm gonna sit down with you here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna start by putting your right arm straight out in front of you, making a fist. We're gonna drop that fist, pull it towards you, just like so. Stretching out the top of the arm, holding that position, letting the breathing come down, celebrating the fact that you just did a great workout. I saw you. I know you were pushing. I know you were challenging yourself. Go ahead and release. Let's get that other side. Bring it down. Hold that position. Whew. Always feels good to know that you can do something that you didn't think you were able to do. You didn't think it was quite possible that you could do. And I bet you some of you out there today found something within those challenges, those different options I gave you, that surprised you. And you know what? If you were one of those people, I'm proud of you for giving it a shot. And I encourage you to keep it going. Keep finding those ways to improve your strength. Strength equals vitality, right? When you can have strength, tell you what, you enjoy life so much more because you can overcome things. It's not, I don't know if I can sit into that low couch. I don't know if I can get back up. You know you're going to get back up. There's 100% confidence. You're confident about those stairs. They're not an obstacle. You know you're going to pass them. Let's get a tricep stretch. Going to bring that arm just like so. Reach with your opposite hand, pull it back. Hold that position. If you don't know, I'm sure you can see I'm pretty passionate about strength. So important for all of you. It's just such a key to maintaining quality of life. Let's get that other side, bring it back, hold. So I hope that's something that you walk away from this bearing in mind and letting it sit with you through the rest of today. And when you wake up tomorrow, know that you have the freedom and choice to be empowered, to know that you can make a difference. We're going to stand up. We're going to turn the chair like so. Hold on to the back of the chair and then watch me here. I'm going to bring the shoulders back without arching my back. So I'm going to maintain control here, bring the shoulders back and just hold that position. You're going to feel a stretch all across here and down into your arm. So hold that position just like so. And if that's too tight, like if you're too tight presently for that, just put your arms back. And you notice I split my stance. That gives you a little more stability as you bring your arms back like so. Let's turn around. You're going to hold on to the chair this way now. For this one, just sit your hips back and bring your arms forward. This is a great stretch for your upper back, like so. And then we can take one hand over, like so, so kind of cross it to the other hand, and sit back, and that'll isolate the stretch to the stretch side, which in this case is the one I'm reaching with here. And then we can go the other way. So now this side is going to be my stretch side. And that'll just produce a little deeper stretch all along this area here. Hold that position. Very good. And then we did do some legs today. So this is a great one. I love this one. You're going to sit on your chair this way. Now if you have an arm, obviously you're not going to be able to do that. I'll show you another option. But for those of you who are on a flat chair like me, just bring your leg back like so. Concentrate on contracting your buttocks so you're not arching your back. And you'll feel a nice stretch in the front of your hip thigh area right here. And then you can switch into the other side like so. Is a hamstring stretch. So we work the back of the legs on that kickback, that body weight exercise. So point your toes towards you, slight bend in the knee, nice and upright with your chest. Hold position, feeling a stretch in the back of the leg, healthy breathing throughout. And then let's get that other side. So nice loose knee, toes flexed towards you, upright, hinge forward from the hips. So it isn't about how far you reach, Notice I can go really far, but that doesn't mean I'm stretching anymore. If I want to isolate this stretch, it's by being upright and bringing my chest forward to get the stretch. So hold that position and release. Well, hey everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. I really enjoyed our session together, and I hope you did too. And as I said, strength equals vitality. So let that resonate with you. Have a great rest of your day. See you.